Have here in just a few seconds here. I'm never exactly sure when it starts, but but there's like a 20-second delay between what we're doing and what they see over there. Okay, she's on there. All right. Okay, folks, good afternoon. It's barely afternoon, about 1 or 2 minutes afternoon. This Dallas Songwriter Association. My name's Harry Hewlett. With this our virtual global songwriter showcase. We do this every Saturday from 12 to 2. We have four of our songwriters come and play, and they do 30-minute set each. And today we're gonna start off with Ireland. Ireland Castile is her name, but she goes by Ireland. And then we'll have Aaron Shook. He'll do a 30-minute set, and then Bo McDermott, and then we'll finish up with Ian Dixon. And we like to encourage people from all over the world to come and watch this thing. Every now and then we have someone from an international place that's on the show. We don't today, but I understand we have some people down in Peru or someplace. And Aaron will introduce them when he gets up to play. He's got some friends down there that's watching. We want to welcome all you folks. And right now, let's see, Aaron. Here we go. We got people wanting in. I'll let them in. Okay, with no further ado, folks, I want to introduce to you Ireland. And once she starts playing, she's going to fill the screen here. Ireland, welcome to the Dallas Songwriter Showcase. She's been a member for several years now. She plays all over town. She's getting very popular. She goes over to Ireland, actually, and plays over there and everything. So Ireland, you've got 30 minutes to wow us here, and I know you will.
Awesome. Thank you, Harry. Thank you guys so much for having me. The Dallas Songwriters Association is awesome. So if you guys are watching this and are not a part of it, I suggest you join. You know, with the world being so weird right now, it's awesome that you guys are able to do these showcases and stuff and still keep active in the music community. So, a lot of you guys know I recently released an album called The Life of Rosemary Ellis. Kind of did it at the beginning of all this coronavirus stuff. But I will be playing a lot of new songs off of that album. So we're going to start off with one called I'll Just Leave. Feeling broken, feeling down, 'cause you're not saying what you mean. These empty words fill in my head, 'cause you're not talking to me. And not sure what I did, not sure where we're going, lost you along the way. All the roads are closing Thank you, Harry.
Keep going.
So,
Just for the video, if you could tilt that screen just a little bit more to put a little more of your top of your head in there, you're going to like it a lot better.
yeah,
There you go.
let's see.
Yeah, there you go. That's
All
perfect.
right.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you, Harry.
Mhm.
Always got my back. All right, so this is another one off of the album. This was called Kevin Young's Cat, and this actually we did a music video for. So if you guys are interested, it's on my website, irelandsinger.com. So be sure to check it out if you like the song, because the music video is pretty cool, if you ask me. Like me. Like me. Like me. God help a savior like me.
Ireland, that's wonderful. Bring your guitar down just a hair.
Okay. On that one,
Yeah, because you're on that kind of song anyway, because you're banging it pretty hard.
I know, on that one, I always go a little harder on the guitar.
I want you to just promise us one thing. When you
Okay.
get to be a star, will you come back and play for us?
Of course, Harry.
Okay,
of course.
good.
You're funny. All right. Man, apparently summertime allergies are bothering me. I'm like so stuffed up over here. Alrighty. This one, I guess we also happen to do a music video for. It's I will say it's not as cool as the Kevin Young's Cat music video, but it was still a fun one to do. This one is called Rome. Someday I'll make it out of this town.
like that one a lot.
Thank
You got some new songs too, don't you?
I do, yeah. I think I'm gonna play a couple of those. Let's see. I'm trying to decide. Should I end on a exciting, good note, or?
Well, it's not time to end yet.
No, I know. I got a couple songs left, but I gotta decide. Do I play the fun one at the end or no?
Yeah. Play a fun one at the end. Aaron, he's gonna need some happy introductions there.
Okay,
That'd be good for
okay.
him. Yeah. That way he'll be smiling when he comes on.
I can do that.
Okay.
Just for Aaron. Alrighty, this one. I read this one when, I guess, a couple months into the whole quarantine thing, you know, coronavirus. And when we first got into it, I went into like a kind of dark place, which I'm sure a lot of us did. And I had zero creativity. I don't know, and nothing was coming to me, but finally one day I was able to kind of get my thoughts out on paper. So this is the song that came from it. This one's called Isolation. I've been too numb to write a song. Is that so wrong? I cut my hair and made my face, hoping to catch your eye. These feelings that I'm feeling make me feel like I'm dying inside. My heart aches and longs to have yours close to mine. My body feels so lonely, but I know this feeling is right. Living in isolation is no way to live or love or die. I'm tired of being all alone. I just need someone to call my own. I thought I knew who that would be, yeah. But the world's messed up and it hates me. These feelings that I'm feeling make me feel like I'm dying inside. My heart aches and longs to have yours close to mine. My body Depression is no way to live or love or die.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay, what you gonna do for your last song?
All right, so this is also a new one. It's a fun one, I think. I like to think it's a fun one. This one's called High. All right. Let's see. Life is easier when worries fade away. One more bad than shooting on the face. Beauty's in everything, just open up your eyes. Feel it surround you and let your soul unwind. High as a mountain tonight, forget about the lights sometimes. Sit back, relax, enjoy the sublime. What's life worth living if you can't live it high? Seeing life like everything's brand new. Feeling good and enjoying the view. Like as a feather floating in the sky. Through the clouds, well, everything's alright. Let's get high as a mountain tonight. Sit back, relax, enjoy the sublime. About the lights sometimes. What's life worth living if you can't live it high? Life's a bitter pill, take it with some juice. Getting high is just saying the truth. Feel like you're floating, blowing in the wind. Coming down feels like it never ends. So let's get high as a mountain tonight. Forget about the lies of springtime. Sit back, relax, enjoy the sublime. What's life worth living if you can't live it high?
Arlen, that was simply wonderful. You did a great job, and we appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much. Thank you so much for having me.
I do hope you'll come back and do it again, because we're gonna ask you. That was a great job.
For
Okay,
sure.
that's it. You set the bar pretty high for this next guy. I tell you what, Aaron, you think you can do it now after listening to this young lady?
Well, I don't have much choice but to play. It'll go how it goes, but I sure
I can't
enjoyed
think
that.
I can't think of a better guy to come behind her though. But okay, folks, that was Ireland, and now we've got Aaron Shook, and he's been a member a long time. I think he comes from Arkansas originally, but this guy's been playing the guitar and singing longer than most of us been living, and he's good. And he's even got fans down in Peru or someplace. I'll let him introduce them, but Aaron, you got 30 minutes. And folks, Aaron is so prepared, I'm not even going to tell him when it's time to quit because he's got it all figured out ahead of time. So anyway, okay, Aaron, you got the stage, boy.
Well, thank you, Harry. I appreciate that. I want to say hello to everybody, and it's really a kick to be able to sit here in my little home studio area and do something that goes out like it does. So I know I've got friends and family watching. Thank you. I've had the opportunity to have made some friends. There's some Spanish-speaking friends in different countries over the past few years, and so I'd like to say quiero decir a ellos. Gracias por ver hoy. Estoy pensado en ti, en ustedes también. Y ahora el resto del programa es en inglés. So I just said hello. To my Spanish-speaking friends. I'm glad you're watching. The rest of the program now is going to be in English. I'm thinking about you, though. So with that, let me sing. One glance, no chance to say it can't be done. Might as well be walking to the sun. There have been doubters as long as there's been breath, and there are the heroes who conquer fear and face down death to try. And then they try again, never doubting, never giving in. You can't be weak or strong. You can't be right or wrong if you don't try. Could be risky, way too dangerous. It's trouble and might not be worth all this fuss. You can find any reason to keep things as they are, or be a believer who rises up to reach for stars. You try, and then you try again, never doubting, never giving in. You can't be weak or strong. You can't be right or wrong if you don't try. There's no guarantee you may be denied. It's no sin to fail, but what a waste to never even try. Never giving in. You can't be weak or strong. You can't be right or wrong if you don't try. You can't be weak or strong. You can't be right or wrong if you don't try. So what I'm going to do today is I've got several songs on Spotify, and on Spotify they're all the studio versions. And since I don't have a band or anything here today, what I'm going to do is just visit those songs and play for you kind of the original version, the way they were originally written, just with the guitar and the voice. So the arrangements might be a little bit different than what you hear on Spotify. And if you haven't heard those, let me say, please go check me out. You search me by name on Spotify, put them on your playlist, play them a lot, because that's very helpful. So with this song I'm going to do now is it came to me some years ago. I was traveling and I met a young couple and at one of my shows, and we got to talking just as you do, and they were telling me their story, and they were about to get married. And he told me about, the young man told me about his encounter with her father, which was very different than what he had expected. And while I don't generally start to try to write to a particular genre, when I heard this story, I thought to myself, oh my, there's a country song in there. And there was. And it's called I'll Take Care of Her. Here it is. You don't know me, but we share a common bond. A love so different, yet the same. That little angel that you once bounced on your knee is the woman that I want to share my name. And I'll take care of her. She will never want for anything at all. It's a love that will endure. You can sleep forever sure. I'll take care of her. The love you gave her was the sacrificial kind. You put her needs before your own. And I've come to tell you that's just what I have in mind. Now I need for you to know, on my life I swear she'll never be alone. And I'll take care of her. She will never want for anything at all. It's a love that will endure. You can sleep forever sure. I'll take care of her. As I've come to know how much she really loves you, I've been wishing there was some way we could meet. And so I'm standing by this grave today to tell you I'm making you a promise I will keep. I'll take care of her. She will never want for anything at all. It's a love that will endure. You can sleep forever sure. I'll take care of her. It's a love that will endure. You can rest in peace assured. I'll take care of her. Thank you.
Good one, good one.
Thank you. Well, this one, it might not sound like it at first, but it's a love song. Really. I've never been accused of patience. You know I don't wait well. I've been burning for you all night long. I'm sure you can tell. Come on in your eyes, you gotta know it drives me crazy. Makes me so hungry for you. Right here, right now, baby. Right here, right now. Time is right, and I wanna lay you down right here, right now. I know I'm not your only lover, but I don't care what came before. All that matters is we're here tonight. You're all I want and more. Every little look, every little touch, you tease me. You know what I wanna do. Right here, right now. Baby, right here, right now. Time is right, and I wanna lay you down right here, right now. Sweet anticipation hanging in the moonlight. Every move you make, you feed the fire. All these years together, still you're the one that captures my desire. I want you right here, right now. Baby, right here, right now. Time is right, and I wanna lay you down right here, right now. Time is right, and I'm gonna lay you down right here, right now. Right now. Some years ago, thank you, Harry. Some years ago, just before Memorial Day, I was watching the news and I heard somebody quote the stat that there were 1.2 million American men and women, soldiers, sailors, Air Force, Marines, that died, giving up their lives for our freedom and in service to our country. And as I thought about that, the thought came to me that really struck me was, as different as all those people were, and different as their lives were, they had one major thing in common, almost every one of them, and that's that they died not knowing who was going to win the war, and they never knew who won the war that they fought in, gave it all for. They never knew what came out of their families, or what came of the country. And so as I was thinking about that, that brought this song. This is a story about a guy who's just, in modern times, just minding his own business and sleeping at night. And he gets a visit in his dreams from an old Union Civil War soldier who comes on behalf of all of them that have fallen, because he has one question that they all have. They gave their last full measure, as President Lincoln said, and he just wanted to know, was it worth it? I was lying in the dark when I felt the chilly wind, and from who knows where he stepped into my sleep. He said, I'm Private Randolph Park, and I don't know how long it's been, but I breathed my last in 1863. As the battle raged around me, I lay bleeding. And I've been wondering since the day my heart stopped beating, was it worth it that my blood was spilled in anger? Was it worth the pain and fear I felt inside? Was it worth it? I was a husband and a father, and a son who was his mother's greatest pride. So I need to know, was it worth it? that I died. He said, you know, I had a life, had a daughter and a wife, had a future that I dreamed about and planned. I was only 24 and I never wanted war. All I wanted was my family and some land. Then I saw the hatred of the man who slayed me. He took my life and any chance to hold my baby. Was it worth it that my blood was spilled in anger? Was it worth the pain and fear I felt inside? Was it worth it? I was a husband and a father and a son who was his mother's greatest pride. So I need to know, was it worth it? He said, you know, it's not just me. There are so many more. Every frightened heart, every hero from every war, asking what was it for? That was all he had to say. So he turned to walk away, with his question still unanswered in his eyes. And as I watched him go, I said, I hope you come to know that we're living free because you sacrificed. And then from down the hall I heard my own child crying, but Private Park could only hear the dead and dying. Was it worth it that our blood was spilled in anger? Was it worth the pain and fear we felt inside? Was it worth it? We were husbands, we were fathers, we were mothers, sons and daughters, we were wives. And we need to know, was it worth it that we died? Was it worth it? I had the privilege of spending the decade of the 90s doing concerts in churches around the country. And much as I loved that, there came a time for family reasons that it was time to come off of the road. And when I did, I just set my guitar down for a while. There were things going on in my life that were very difficult. And I went for a couple of years, maybe 3, without even picking it up more than 2 or 3 times. And my buddy John called me. We've been friends for a long time and still are friends to this day. And he said, you know, we ought to go play some music together. I know you got time on your hands now. You're divorced. And so I said, well, I'm open to doing that, but I don't want to do a bunch of cover songs. I've been used to writing stuff and performing my stuff, so let me see what I can do. And so coming out of that difficult time and picking up writing again, this was the first tune that I put together. It's called "The Bridge Is Burning." Well, we went wrong, I sometimes wonder. We both put in our all, we gave it every chance. No matter how we try, so little eye to eye, so much pain with one wrong glance. And the fire we're feeling now is not romance. I can see the bridge is burning, see all hope is gone. I can feel a cold heart turning, so I won't be hanging in or hanging on. I guess we should have seen it coming. So who's to blame? Well, there's enough to go around. But when the passion's dead, when anger fills our bed, when silence is the sweetest sound, it's as if our life became a battleground. And I can see the bridges burning. I can see all hope is gone. I can feel a cold heart turning, so I won't be hanging in or hanging on. Here we are, gone too far. We passed the point of no return. I can see the bridges burning. I can see all hope is gone. I can feel a cold heart turning, so I won't be hanging in or hanging on. I can feel.
Aaron, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, good. Yeah, I hear
Yeah,
you.
that's
I
what
don't know what
happened to me earlier.
Yeah. Good. You're good now. Yep. Lost it.
Can you hear me now? No?
No, yes, I can hear you. Do it. I hear you. Not now. Nothing. Well, I don't know if any of us are getting through. Let's see. Uh-oh. We lost him there.
Can you hear me, Harry?
I hear you. Yeah, I can hear Ian. Bo, can you hear? Okay. Yeah, okay. I guess we're okay. Well, I'm really sorry, folks. Ian was almost done. He had about 5 minutes left. So I guess they'll end it for him. If we have time at the end, we'll let him come back and do a song if he wants to hang on. Well, let's see. Did he come back? All right, he wants back in. Hang on here. He's back. Let's see if we got time for one more song. Okay, here we come.
There we go. Okay, you got me back?
Got you back.
All right, sorry about that. That was the problem I was telling you I had earlier.
Okay.
So,
well, you got it. Go ahead and do what you're going to do. We got time.
All right, very good. Well,
yeah.
Sorry about that technical problem there, but all right. Well, let me do another love song. This is a little bit more traditional. Do I have time for two or one? I can't hear you now.
Go ahead and finish your time. Do your two, and then we'll just extend the show by a few minutes, whatever we need.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. That's kind of embarrassing, but you know, the wonders of technology. Anyway, here's a little love song, and some songs take years to write. This one took about 20 minutes. I don't know how that happened. I'd like more of them like that. How could it come so fast from out of nowhere? Now I just pray it lasts. You'll always be there. You have woken in my heart a love I thought long past. How could it come so fast? Why did it take so long for me to find you? This is where we belong, with me beside you. Never in my life have I felt anything this strong. Why did it take so long? The promise of your passion sets my heart on fire. I never had imagined this kind of sweet desire. How could it be so real when you are such a dream? If you feel the way I feel, won't you tell me? Every moment with you, new emotion is revealed. How could it be so real? How could it be so real? So I will finish. Thank you. I will finish. I'll finish with my newest tune. And while that one took 20 minutes to write, this one's been doggone near 40 years. I found this little guitar thing and the melody and the chorus a long time ago. And just this summer, just here in the past handful of weeks, found the words, found the lyrics that I thought that it's been waiting for. It's called I Hope. It's my newest release. Again, check it out on Spotify. All of these tunes are on Spotify with the studio versions. I appreciate, again, Harry, you letting me come and do this. It's been a pleasure in spite of my technical glitch there. Saw the storm was coming like a hurricane. Didn't heed the warning, now the winds have changed. Everybody woken to an alt reality. Silence now is violence, and violence now is peace. What have we done? I hope there's a reason for it all. I hope we will heal. I hope all these clouds have silver linings. That's not how I feel. What's going on around us? It gets darker every day. Careful or you're canceled for what you think or say. An eye on every corner, so watch your every move. You gotta toe the line, you gotta take the proper view. It's just so wrong. I hope there's a reason for it all. I hope we will heal. I hope all these clouds have silver linings. That's not how I feel. Wrong is right and right is wrong. The world is upside down. Truth is truth and must live on. Yet we compromise till it's gone. I hope there's a reason for it all. I hope we will heal. I hope all these clouds have silver linings. That's not how I feel. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be here this afternoon.
That was wonderful, Aaron. In spite of the technical difficulties, that was great. You always do a great job. I want to remind everybody that everyone that performs on this show, they're performing from their own living room, their own studios, and there's a lot of little technical things can happen that no one has control over, much less understands. so we came through that one just fine. And thank you very much, Aaron. That was great. And now, folks, we got another one of my favorite songwriters. I've known him a year or two now. Bo McDermott. He's got a style of his own, and he writes some really cool songs. And he's going to perform for us now. Bo, are you hooked up and ready to go there?
Yeah, I think so. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
Okay, folks, welcome Bo McDermott. He's playing one of them Buddy Holly guitars.
What about that?
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Does it?
Yeah.
All right. So you can hear me okay? You can hear the guitar okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
We'll adjust it as we go.
All right. lumber through the room. Destruction is a tune, perfuming air. Cinching down this dress, all spiders need a web subduing your prayers. And lining up the charm to dine within his arms, consuming his breath. And bucking up my stairs, a stallion wants a mare, unloosing his reins. Tonight I'll suck the wine from his lips and lick our nightmares loose from the abyss. I hear the strike of fate at my door. The world's my bull, and I'm your matador. And on the way out, I lean into the mirror. Eyeshadow blizzard white, lipstick, apocalyptic sizzle. Demons always beg, well, leave him on the bed, rehearsing his luck. Reflecting on my gaze, its beauty digs the graves, dust back to dust. From sherry goblets toasting in a crowd to numbered rooms where dead men make no sound. Kill the faucet, nails on the knob. I feel the gates of hell begin to throb. And on the way out, I lean into the mirror. Eyeshadow blizzard white, lipstick, apocalyptic gates are broached, and seeds now sown. And I fetch my coat while that odor soaks like brimstone. And on the way out, I lean into the mirror. Eyeshadow blizzard white, lipstick, apocalyptic sizzle.
All right. You might turn that guitar down a little bit or bring your voice up just a hair.
Thanks, Ben. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Hopefully that's a little better. No. Your smile is red from the wine you keep taking, from the grime you keep making, for a kingdom built with tears. So I fear when the castle is built and the blood that's been spilled drowns every heart. I'll be clapping from below as the ground crushes our bones. I'll be sighing from the dust. Our luster's lost. We flake and we rust from hearts of frost. There's no trust. Ah, but hope from many dreams, that's what I've got. And that's what you'll find, 'cause that's what I've got. Hope is my twist in your plot. The game is sick, and at best, for winning you get to die well dressed. And even winners, well, they're just losers if you don't have love. And it's pay to play, so don't delay. My hearse awaits on a ship, rained round trip by the damned. You countermand and I understand. Let's lay out our hands, and before we quit, let's sit. My heart knows we can manage it. Relax your jaw and look in my eyes. There's anger here, coupled with fear. Let's be sincere while we're both still here. But hope for many dreams, that's what I've got. And that's what you'll find, 'cause that's what I've got. Hope. And in case you forgot, you don't know me, get to know me, take some time to find and unfold me, lose your mind and look and see what you see, 'cause from what I see, you're a lot like
Good job, Bo.
Thanks.
I really like your guitar picking there. That's got such a great sound and so different than what we usually hear.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Harry.
Yeah,
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
you're welcome.
And then I'll do, let's see. Feet split from the ground. Anchors prefer to go down. At the bottom of your waking heart is a sinking feeling profound. On the rebound, and precision don't save the day when your heart is the hole in the way of a footing on love that you love to climb up. It's a spill that you tend to downplay, what you won't say. Where your heart is, artist, that's where you'll land as you roll on past the bygone and jump once again. Feet split from the ground. Anchors prefer to go down. At the bottom of your wakey heart is a sinking feeling profound. On the rebound, on the rebound. Thanks. And I'll do a let's see here. I just want you to sail into the sun I just want you to tell me when you're done. You tell me that you love me, and then you turn around and run when I just want you to a bed while I'm at sea. I just want you to join in harmony. Whoa, and when the waves start clashing and you leave to find the key, well, I just want you. I just want you. I just want you to know that I'm around. I just want you to hear one single sound. What with the screaming and the crying, and you know where to be found. And I just want you. I just want you. I don't think that you know my heart breaks like yours. Stop hiding from your home. Your you don't know what you're looking at. I don't know why we're all so mad, but if we put ourselves together, can find our way back. I just want you. Then this is Keanu Reeves. I ain't got no integrity. I ain't got it. Look at all that you've done for me, and I ain't got it. Why can't I be Keanu Reeves? Yeah, he got it. I ain't got no integrity, and I ain't got it. And I'm wondering, does the sun miss my sky? And does it know the darkness is the devil's right-hand man? I love you being by my side, but sometimes when you're gone, I wind up holding someone else's hand. And I ain't got no integrity. I ain't got it. Look at all that you've done to me, and I ain't got it. Why can't I be Keanu Reeves? Yeah, he got it. I ain't got no integrity, and I ain't got it. Now she sings, and I'm thinking that I don't know why you choose to lie. Is it 'cause you're weak, or is it just 'cause you're a man? You could sleep until I'm in your sky, but when the stars come out, you wind up playing in celestial sands. And you ain't got no integrity. You ain't got it. Look at all that you've done to me, got it. Why can't you be Keanu Reeves? Yeah, he got it. You ain't got no integrity. You ain't got it. Promises. You got promises. And I'm wondering, does the sun miss my sky? And does it know the darkness is the devil's right-hand man? I love you being by my side, but sometimes when you're gone, I wind up holding someone else's hand. They sing back and forth. And you ain't got no integrity. I ain't got it. Look at all that you've done to me. I ain't got it. Why can't you be Keanu Reeves? Yeah, he got it. I ain't got no integrity. And I ain't got it. That's Keanu Reeves. Thanks. Oh, yeah. This is a wedding gift that I wrote called Light on the Sand. About a sailor who goes off periodically and has to return home. My smile is broad and unfurling, but sometimes things get bleak, and sometimes I'm not so forgiving of the rolling of the sea. And when the darkness blows in from the sky, I'll glimpse across to shore and I'll cry. Your heart, a soft place to land. Light on the sand, light on the sand. Your fire is warm and exciting, but sometimes things get bleak, and somehow you're so forgiving when I am called back out to sea. Clear against the black of the foam, a memory will glint of my home. A soft place to land. Light on the sand, light on the sand. Thanks, Harry. And then just for funsies, a very short bossa. got time for, well, one or two more.
You got time for two more.
Cool. I'm going to do a weird one that I wrote that's short, called the Omegle Shuffle, based off a very strange app where you randomly chat to people on video. And it's kind of a waste of time. So while I waited to chat to a decent conversation, I wrote a song. And never did talk to anybody worth talking to, but I did get a song out of it. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack, the Omegle Shuffle. What with all the time you're wasting that you ain't getting back on the Omegle Shuffle. But you don't mind, you don't mind, you don't mind, you don't mind the Omegle Shuffle. It's like looking for a needle in a haystack, the Omegle Shuffle. That's it. That's the Omegle Shuffle. And then,
That was weird.
that's a weird one, man.
Yeah.
And then, and I'll end with this one. I'll end with, this song's about an alien extraterrestrial telling his great-grandchildren about the very last time that he visited Earth. Seven years in hyperdrive wears on your sense of time as landing gears made contact. I voyaged Earth for the very last time, and on an ancient rocky shore I saw a dinosaur. I choked aloud, how are you not dead? Its snout perked up and then it said, rock and roll is what saved me. After the heat blew the leaves off the trees, rock and roll is what gave me a second chance. That's why I'm not history. Rock and roll save my soul. Rock and roll save my soul. Now whippersnappers, you listen here. What happened next filled your great-grandpa with fear. On that same trip, this is the truth, I saw a woolly mammoth and a saber tooth that said, rock and roll is what saved me. After the heat blew the leaves off the trees, rock and roll is what gave me a second chance. That's why I'm not history. Rock and roll save my soul. Rock and roll save my soul. Time running out, I saw a human child. I froze and said, I thought that you had all died. A human tongue then popped out at me. While the great star quivered, the child seemed to dance with glee. Rock and roll is what saved me. After the heat blew the leaves off the trees, rock and roll is what gave me a second chance. That's why I'm not history. Rock and roll save my soul. Rock and roll save my soul. Time running out. Wait, no, shoot. 7 years in hyperdrive. Wears on your sense of time. As landing gears lifted, I was sucked with Earth into its star as it died. Grandpa, how did you make it out? I see the looks in your eyes. It was too much time I had wasted. Now, let me tell you how Grandpa survived. Rock and roll saved my soul. Rock and roll saved my soul. Rock and roll is what saved me. After the heat blew the leaves off the trees, rock and roll is what gave me a second chance. That's why I'm not history. Rock and roll save my soul. Rock and roll save my soul. Thanks.
Oh, that was a great set. That was a great set. You got such a unique talent there.
Thanks, Harry.
I love it. And folks, don't ever say we don't offer a variety of music on our show. We couldn't have had three people any more different, but all of them good, very talented people. And last but not least, we've got Ian Dixon, folks. I know a lot of people have been waiting for him, and he's my favorite. I get jealous every time I hear him sing and play. He's so good. I think originally he's going to correct me, I guess, if I'm wrong. I think originally he was born maybe in Scotland or someplace like that, and came to the United States, and he came here from Ohio. And anyway, this guy is so talented. He's got such a great background. He doesn't need much of an introduction. So, Ian, are you ready to play for us? You got to unmute there. Unmute.
Yeah,
There
no,
you go. Okay.
After that intro, Harry, I'm not sure I can live up to this.
Well, you can live up to it. I tell you what, folks, this always treats Ian. So I'll leave you alone.
So tell me how the guitar sounds. Is it coming in?
Yes. Sounds good.
All right. So we know that works. So this is a song I wrote after Hurricane Katrina. A house built by the levee down below the water line, eating oysters, playing trumpet, dealing cards, drinking wine, say la vie. Greasy nights, summer, and t-shirts sticking to my skin. Talk storms out on the Gulf Coast, here to wash away our sins, say la vie. Never thought he'd wash away Big Easy. Never thought the Mississippi River'd ever wash away New Orleans, making nightmares of my dreams, say la vie. Seabirds flying inland, we shoot all at sea in the signs, watching tail lights on the highway and the never-ending line, say la vie. Curse that El Camino, and parts spread all across the yard, They gave us plenty warning, man, it shouldn't be this hard, say la vie. Never thought it'd wash away Big Easy. Never thought the Mississippi River'd ever wash away New Orleans, making nightmares of my dreams, say la vie. I count myself a lucky one, escaping with my life. I should have left the week before with my brother and his wife, say la vie. And nothing left to pack up, and so I moved to Baltimore. Now I spend my summers playing on the Jersey Shore, say la vie. Never thought it'd wash away Big Easy. Never thought the Mississippi River'd ever wash away New Orleans, making nightmares of my dreams, say la vie. Guess I'll find another dream, say la vie. Thank you, Harry. Hey, thanks for the folks who were hanging around and listening still. So is it all balanced out, Harry? I'm trying to figure out if I've got the right amount of guitar and vocals, and I can't hear you because you're muted.
You have a crowd, I'm saying.
Oh, I was wondering,
There are a lot of people hanging around hear you.
do we have balance on the guitar and the?
Yes, you do. You got balance. You got good
There we
balance. Yeah.
So this is a song. It's just a silly song. I wrote it when after I heard somebody say about somebody they knew that she said she was from Memphis, but she was really born in Mississippi, which there's not really much difference down there in Memphis. So I just expanded on that. Says she's from Memphis, but it's really Mississippi. Says she owns a mansion, yet she's sleeping on my floor. Says she drives a Bentley, but she hitchhiked here from Dallas. I don't believe her anymore. I don't believe her anymore. Her story just gets stranger than it was the day before. There's weird stuff going on here, and it's too hard to ignore. I don't believe her anymore. She told me that she loves me, but she seems a bit distracted. Keeps staring at the flock of crows that's gathered around my door. She's rifling through my closets and she's checking out my mail. I don't believe her anymore. Oh, I don't believe her anymore. Her story just gets stranger than it was the day before. There's weird stuff going on here, and it's too hard to ignore. I don't believe her anymore. There's something quite suspicious about that screaming in the attic. There's an odor in my basement, I never noticed it before. I ask her why she chugs it off as my imagination. I don't believe her anymore. She asked me for a lock of hair, some goat's blood and a feather. She dances after midnight and she quotes Marie Laveau. Those pentagrams, lights, candles, and she chants in ancient tongues. Oh, I don't believe her anymore. Oh, I don't believe her anymore. Her story just gets stranger than it was the day before. There's a weird stuff going on here, and it's too hard to ignore. I don't believe her. I don't believe her. I don't believe her anymore. I told you it was silly. I warned you. Yeah, you were warned.
It was silly good though.
You were warned. So anyway, I love osprey. You guys would know what ospreys are. They're those beautiful birds that dive down into the water and pick off fish. They say they can get them about 25% of the time. They'll be successful in diving down and getting fish. And they're just beautiful to watch. And I thought of this song while I was watching them out on the Columbia River out in Oregon. I live my life on Columbia River, just a few miles from the Bonneville Dam. And high on a pole that marks the ship channel, I provide for my family the best that I can. 'Cause I am the king of Columbia River, and everyone smiles as I take to the sky. They follow my arc as I glide across the water. They can't look away when they watch me fly by. Oh, they watch me fly by. When the summer breeze blows and I soar the ridges, I dive for the fish in the shallows below. When the summer winds push me, I gather the family. While the winters are cold in old Mexico. 'Cause I am the king of Columbia River, and everyone smiles as I take to the sky. They follow my arc as I glide across the water. They can't look away when they watch me fly by. Well, 17 years on Columbia River, and that's a few more than most of us see. And soon I'll dive down and I'll drift with the current and out to the ocean. That's the way it should be. The mountains belong to the eagles. The hawks hunt the highways from the telephone wires, and the owls own the nights, and the kestrels the fields. This river is all I desire. 'Cause I am the king of Columbia River, and everyone smiles as I take to the sky. They follow my arc as I glide across the water. They can't look away when they watch me fly by. They watch me fly by. Thank you, small but enthusiastic audience. It's kind of fun. Gets boring sitting around the house, you know, so you got to pick a little bit.
Well, you got a big crowd over there on Facebook. I mean, don't.
And then it's just a carryover from all the
No,
previous wonderful
okay,
people who played.
whatever, but they're there.
So this is another silly song. We'll alternate silly songs. This was written for a song contest. And the rules to the contest were very simple. The song just had to contain the phrase, "Just saw Jimmy Hoffa." And since I was the only one in the contest who didn't have to ask his grandfather who Jimmy Hoffa was, I won. Love and war on a Saturday night, hanging with the usual crew. My buddy pointed out my favorite waitress, bet she'd never go home with you. It's a bet I'll take, 'cause I've been working on a brand new pickup line. Oh, it's a little bit rough, but a couple more shiners will make it sound just fine. I just saw Jimmy Hoffa riding in his Pontiac. Just saw Amelia Earhart, said she's flying back. The Bigfoot riding the Loch Ness Monster, trying to get a better view. Well, I've seen Santa at the end of this bar, but I've never seen a woman like you. She gave me a look like you'd give a kid when he's up to no good. Then she smiled, gave me a look, showed me that she understood. I got off work, she took me home in an old green Pontiac, with Michigan plates and blood on the dash and a skeleton in the back. I just saw Jimmy Hoffa riding in his Pontiac. Just saw Amelia Earhart, says she's flying back. The Bigfoot riding the Loch Ness Monster, trying to get a better view. Well, I've seen Santa at the end of this bar, but I've never seen a woman like you. So be careful what you ask for, just might come your way. If I just kept my big mouth shut, I wouldn't be here today, explaining to the FBI everything I saw. I was just looking for a little bit of fun, wasn't trying to get in trouble with the law. I just saw Jimmy Hoffa riding in his Pontiac. Just saw Amelia Earhart, says she's flying back. The Bigfoot riding the Loch Ness Monster, trying to get a better view. Well, I've seen Santa at the end of this bar, but never seen a woman like you. Oh, I've seen Santa at the end of this bar, but never seen a woman like you.
Jimmy Hoffa, who's that?
Jimmy, who's Jimmy? Hey, you didn't have to ask your grandfather who Jimmy Hoffa was.
No,
You knew who Jimmy Hoffa was. For those of you who are young and do know who Jimmy Hoffa was, he was a mob boss and union boss that disappeared mysteriously up in Detroit. I just found his green Pontiac Parisienne with some blood on the dashboard, and that was like the only thing they found. Never found Jimmy. Let's see. I haven't played this song in a long time, so I'm going to play it just because I haven't played it in a long time. This is a song I wrote, God, 15 years ago, when there were all sorts of it's longer, like close to 20 years ago, when they had the .com bust and the communications companies had all failed. Everybody was laying off. And there was an article about a 7-Eleven clerk that was robbed, and he chased the guy out of the store. And turns out the guy ran into the neighborhood next door where he had a house, but he'd been laid off and he was just robbing the convenience store to get money to pay his mortgage and kind of keep going. So I wrote this song. Foreman said it's been a bad year. Factory's running slow. Put your keys up on the table. We have to let you go. Know that you've been working here nearly 15 years. I hope you take this like a man, don't always no tears. Not what I planned. Watching my life crashing down. Not what I planned, I expected much more from this factory town. My wife said sign the papers, please don't make a fuss. You can see the kids on weekends, it's best for both of us. Kind of life that we deserve now, you just can't provide. And the choices that I've had to make have torn me up inside. Not what I planned. Watching my life crashing down. Not what I planned. I expected much more from this factory town. The cop said step back from the counter. Put that pistol down. Put your hands where I can see them. Don't try to turn around. Well, I didn't mean to leave the store clerk dying on the floor. I'd hoped to hear the cash drawer bell, yes sir, and nothing more. Not what I planned. Watching my life crashing down. Not what I planned, I expected much more from this factory town. The prison chaplain said, my son, though I don't know you well, tell me all that you've done wrong and I'll save your soul from hell. The only thing that I'd done wrong was to let this all go down. We're expecting way too much from this damned old factory town. We're expecting too much from this damned old factory town. Well, that was a depressing song. So I'll end with a love song. Thanks, Harry, for doing this. It's kind of nice.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I wrote this for a wedding in Honey Grove, Texas. No one has too much to say about this old town. Books are never written and movies never made. Never found much reason for me to hang around. If you had asked, I probably would have stayed. I'm finally back in Texas where I'm supposed to be. Never had much patience for the road. The only thing that matters now is you and me, and a small town wedding here in Honey Grove. And too much time without you and not much to do. A string of old motel rooms from here to Tennessee. Something in each small town remind me of you. I hope you heard my songs and thought of me. Finally back in Texas where I'm supposed to be. Never had much patience for the road. The only thing that matters now is you and me, and a small town wedding here in Honey Grove. Well, let's give them something to say about this old town. Let them say it's where dreams and wishes everyone came true. Let's hear them whisper, she's such a lovely bride, and he's a lucky man to spend his life with you. Finally back in Texas where I'm supposed to be. Never had much patience for the road. The only thing that matters now is you and me, and a small town wedding here in Honey Grove. A small town wedding here in Honey Grove.
Ian, that was wonderful. I tell you what, you're such a good songwriter. Yeah, I wish you would do one more song for us. That Bull Run.
Oh, we're going to end with a really depressing song?
Yes, that's such a great song.
Okay, we'll do the depressing song next.
Okay.
Yeah, this song I wrote for a Civil War battle that was fought in around 62, 63, 18, not 19, or 20. It was fought on Bronner's Farm. And the Union Army and the Confederate Army, they lined up across the fields from each other, and just horrible carnage. And this is a song about the people involved. It's a fine line from Washington to Richmond. Defines a man based upon which side he was born. So I sit against this tree line with a great coat and a musket, waiting for my brother on the other side of the corn. My captain was a farmer from somewhere down near Charleston. He'd never been a soldier until about a year ago. He traded home and plowshare for a silver-handled saber, and a cause his neighbor said was right, it didn't really know. And it's a hard thing to watch my country shattered, not to understand why we are torn. When the killing starts, it doesn't matter to me and my brother on the other side of the corn. A searing wave of summer heat would sometimes part the corn rows, revealing boys as young as me few hundred yards away. I wonder what they're thinking, lumps of biscuit in their bellies, and shaking, maybe crying, or just kneeling down to pray. Well, a hush fell over Bronner's farm, the birds stopped their singing. It left a brittle silence, too still to risk a breath. The cannon shot and powder from 100,000 muskets, they shook their rip through the corn on their way to death. And it's a hard thing to watch my country shattered, not to understand why we are torn. When the killing starts, it doesn't matter to me and my brother from the other side of the corn. The young boy lay across the field, he's part of Lincoln's army. He never had a chance to run when he heard the bugler's horn. With eyes locked on the August sun, never realizing that he just met his brother from the other side of the corn.
Man, that is a song right there. You know, if Ken Burns had had that, he'd have put that in that Civil War documentary thing that he did. That's a great song.
Well, thank you, Harry. Thanks
That's
for
a
putting
great
this all
song.
together. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, and thank all the rest of you. It's been a great show, and thanks all you folks over on Facebook for watching and everything. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'm sure you did. We'll be here again next week, next Saturday, doing this thing, 12 to 2. So, folks, thank you very much, and we'll see y'all between now and then. Maybe we got an open mic Wednesday night. Y'all can come to that too if you take a mind. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Harry. Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you, folks.